Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Magic Arena Run. Today we are doing midweek Magic at this historic Artisan. Kind of a bit of an odd timing because they announced they're going to be updating several cards for historic alchemy. Basically it's a buff to the +1/+1 counter strategy. Lots of bonuses for green, for black, a little for white. So we just but they're not going to come in until to the day after this event ends, if I'm not mistaken. So with that, we're going to actually take a look at an old standby. So this is historic artisan equipment. So we're basically looking at changes to notably Bruner Battlehammer. So each creature control gets this spreads out the benefits. It's not just to Bruner. Kargan War Leader, giving Ward 1 quite relevant against certain matchups. And yeah, Plate Armor also costing 1 less actually is a big deal here. But for the most part, this is the typical warrior deck. We have Core Blade Master, Fire Blade Charger, the usual guys that benefit from equipment. Seasoned Hollow Blade, always very good. And we actually have some copies of Stalwart Valkyrie, just giving us extra creatures because a lot of our creatures are going to die for the most part. So having extras really help. Then as for our equipment package, 3 copies of Colossus Hammer because 4 is just too many. 3 copies of Plate Armor, so those pretty much are just the equipment. Forging the Tyrite Sword to tutor us up to there. We don't really need the equipment that quickly. But when we do have the Resolute Strike. And everything else is pretty much keeping our enemies in check. Spike Field Hazard, Cinderclasm Rip Apart, Commando Faces Kakazan, especially when you get to the other side. It's a good out against death triggers. Sajiri Shelter to help protect us. And let's see, going over our mana base. Pretty much we have a lot of non-creature spells here, so we can't run that too many copies of Secluded Courtyard. We can, however, run the full set of Cabaretti Courtyard. Life gain's always good. Now, I actually had to make a few additional changes. I probably should have just made the video last night altogether. I was having a good run. I was able to validate the deck quite early, but it looks like I might have called it too soon. Anyway, definitely keeping this. Missing the equipment, but we can just... We're missing the equipment, but we do have some removal. We have more lands as needed. Opponent kind of playing it slow. And we will have the backup Resolute Strike here. So opponent goes Liliana's Triumph, sacrifices creature, sure. So next turn, opponent is just waiting. I'm gonna play a core Blade Master just to bait out more removal. I'm pretty sure our opponent just has it. The Chief's Thirst, yeah, they just have more removal. But they also outed that they don't have a sacrifice effect now. So Fireblade Charger, Resolute Strike. Yeah, because the 1 mana removal is pretty much sourced. There is a Disfigure actually. Looks like our opponent forgot to run it. And now our opponent is forced to exile Fireblade Charger. They can't just kill it. Might as well play this now since this gives us Bruner Battlehammer as a second out. Yeah, they had no choice. Yeah, sometimes just landing the combo early is enough to get you quick wins. And well, you know, you might not be very fond of historic, so this kind of helps. Though I will admit there are some decks that are more consistent. But where's the fun in that? You see them all the time. See what we get for our troubles. Hey, not bad. Now the game is forcing me to get the other 4. Actually, the other 3, I think I have Heliod already. I missed the I missed the deal discount on that, but hey, you know what? If I can just get them slowly, I'm fine with that. So this one's a bit of a slower starter. We definitely want to run the Windscard Crag first. Hey, hey, I like this actually. So Ornithopter, okay. Make sure to name the correct one, Warrior. So we are gonna go KFK first. Then we can go Secluded Courtyard here. We could trade Sparring Constructs, but it's... I actually don't mind trading Sparring Constructs, though it looks like our opponent might not be interested in that. Oh, they are interested. Come on. We are missing mana now, though. And yeah, I could swing at Fireblade Charger, but it's... yeah, we'll just go for the 4-2 season. Yeah, this is actually going to be a very quick deck. We do have some removal, just not quite enough. Though wiping out the side creatures kind of helps a bit. We just need to be able to cast Stalwart Valkyrie. Although making these death triggers is actually quite good because now Kumano faces Kakazan becomes an issue. Opponent could just block etchings. Yeah, opponent playing it safe, they're just gonna block. And we might as well cast this. We might get a chance. Or at least we might force our opponent to start blocking our stuff. But our opponent is... well, it does make sense for our opponent to take it slow. Well... yeah, this is where the Stalwart Valkyrie fails. If we don't actually get the creature to die. And I can't just swing with Etching because that just lands in the graveyard as a KFK, so that doesn't really help us here. Opponent also not incentivized to block at all, which isn't... actually, we might... no, if we had the Resolute Strike, we would have gotten them, but no. Can't be helped. Also, not landing our third land, we were functional for the most part. Man, I had Stalwart Valkyrie work in one validated game. In this case, not quite. Turns out our opponent doesn't. And turns out well, it also did not help us that our opponent went first. Maybe more copies of Rip Apart. That is why I chose Rip Apart over other removal spells. Having the option to nuke an artifact or an enchantment is a big deal here. Again, let's see. Opponent goes Blood Fountain. We can do Secluded Courtyard next turn. Definitely getting white first. I could also just go Cabaretti Courtyard again, since our opponent doesn't seem to be in that Warlock class. Okay, this is another classic. Now, ideally, I would like to cast Core Blade Master with Sajiri Shelter mana up. Opponent also not okay. Now they're going for it. Yeah, I was gonna be shocked if... no, I would be concerned if they... Okay, bins more lands. Okay. Yeah, we're going for forging Tyrite Sword here because we want to. One, our opponent isn't exactly doing anything. Two, we want to have Sajiri Shelter backup since we already have it. Let's see what opponent probably might just be a kill. Ooh, we do have the backup now. We could also hardcast Stalwart Valkyrie, but I'm not gunning for that. I'm pretty sure opponent has removal. Oh no, they're just Deadly Disputing. Okay. What do they have? They're really cashing in. Okay, what do they have? Now I'm genuinely curious. Final Parting. Meteor Golem. Oh, okay, so it's some sort of reanimator deck. Now, Sajiri Shelter would not protect. But if they're going all in on Warlock class... Yeah, probably don't need the equipment anymore at this point. So... activate... target an equipment, target the core Blade Master. Yeah, opponent had a... I'm trying to think of what I'll probably have to search it up. There's definitely a combo in the works, but our opponent kind of literally went for it. I was expecting them to hold up removal. In fact, I was expecting the core Blade Master to die at that point, but well, did not. So we'll take it. Yeah, I expected a lot more removal than that, to be honest. But we did play around it. We had the Sajiri Shelter on standby. Definite. There is an argument for just searching first to tin the deck. In this case, yeah, kind of. So, though, if you're not sure on the mana you want to get, maybe this is fine too. So we definitely play KFK here. Then I'll need to decide. I most likely will play core Blade Master, but I would hope for another land so I can hold up Resolute Strike as backup. Though our opponent seems to be playing... Oh, Shrines. May or may not be an issue. This time we go for red because we are now swimming in red mana. Now, I'm trying to think of... Okay, this one can kill. This a 2. We do have the Resolute Strike backup, so we are fine with that at least. Key detail here is that our opponent needs to... They could just discard one right now. Actually, no, they could discard, then discard again, so maybe we don't Resolute Strike. Shrines is a thing. Actually, between this, the Haunt, there are plenty of shrines now. They are discarding lands. We're gonna make them discard another one. Well, we kind of pulled that one too soon. Maybe we should have waited, but the fact that this costs only one is a very big issue. That said, doesn't mean I can't scare them. We'll put the Colossus Hammer there. Honden of Cleansing Fire. So now you're gaining 6 life a turn. It's a good thing I held on to that, but I probably should have played it earlier. So let's see what their follow-up is. Actually, no. The Black Honden, it's at the beginning of their upkeep, so it misses that. However, we do also get plate armor. So we will actually lose both these cards. Now I can target him himself, they just kill him. I can target the Fireblade, they just... Oh wait, target the equipment. Yeah, target the Charger. Let's force them to discard a land or shrine card. So unfortunately, we are gonna lose these cards. If it's a land or shrine, they just discard. Yeah, they'll discard it to nuke Bruenor before anything bad happens. It's just a land. Okay. We do have another copy of that, but wow, Sijiri Shelter came in a bit late. Yeah, we are gonna need some extra help. Oh, they actually... Yeah, we're gonna have... They're gaining 8 life a turn. They are missing a finisher though. There's actually an argument for me to hold the Sijiri Shelter. But yeah, this kind of a bit of a lost one. Maybe it's also an argument for just having another Rip Apart. The Cinder Classums are there mostly for the... Okay, this is pre-combat main phase. They can definitely tap both. Yeah, we're gonna concede there. We did make a mistake on that one. We should have just held on to the rest. We should have just let the creature die, held on to the Resolute Strike. But then again, the White Sanctum becomes the problem because it just starts tapping that down. No perfect solution for that one. Probably hitting the Rip Aparts would be nice. There is a Divine Gambit might also be a fit as well, actually. Like, especially if it's something like Shrines, it's possible that they hit the... Because as much as all of them are pretty decent, they need to hit some specific ones. Don't like the double Battle Hammer, but we do need white, so I'm gonna go Courtyard. Let's see. If we hit another land, I might actually just play Mountain and kill this one. Well, we did hit another land, so we're gonna just play Mountain and kill this one. That was fast. I don't think our opponent knows what we're playing, but you know what? I'll take it. Opponent might have thought that we're playing all burn, but heck, if the deck causes that much misunderstanding, I'll take it. Let's do about another game or two. We're only like 20 minutes in. Yeah, nice thing about historic art. Well, at least this match, yeah, you know when you're lost, so you can just quit right very quickly. No qualms about that. Don't let anyone say that, oh, you're wussing out. No, you are your own master. Lead and Wingsguard Crag first. Depending what our opponent plays, I might Spikefield Hazard immediately. No, let's get the tap mana right out of the way. Unfortunate that, okay, Shambling Ghast. I'm gonna swing first. Let's get the trade out of the way. They get a treasure token. And we'll play KF Kumano faces Kakazan here. And we might as well play the hammer as well. Heck, you never know, we might get the Resolute Strike in the next draw. Shambling Ghast again. Nope. Though it does create an interesting timing. We can Cinderclasm first. Get rid of that. Deadly Dispute, sacks that, sure. We don't have to equip, but at least we made the Core Blade. We will keep the Core Blade Master quite beefy. Now they might still have removal. We are kind of empty at this point. Excuse me. They actually playing control. Very interesting. And what did they discard? Duskmangler. Ooh. Unfortunately, because this matchup does not do a lot of we're gonna actually wait for them to tap out. Though I still don't like the idea of Resolute Strike right away either. All we know is that if our opponent gets well, it has to be from a source we control, so they can sack Twitch, it's still just fine. They will still get to learn. I kind of don't want to blow it right away. I learn from the last one. Well, they are going for more spells. They probably do have a way to reanimate this. Now, because any removal is going to be, yeah, it's going to be destroy based anyway, so it's not gonna really matter that much. That said, this is very normal for the most part. Opponent discards another power kill. Let's assume they have another kill spell. Fell Stinger, draw more cards. Sure, not bad. They're still not okay, they're probably gonna cast Introduction now. They have they have the 2 mana for almost any play at this point. Okay, what are the odds that this lands? Nope, they have something. We are gonna go for the plate armor. This still has Death Touch, which is annoying. Only going for the Tainted Indulgence. Kind of dodged the Malicious Malfunction, but our opponent now has 7 mana. We already saw what they could do with 7 mana here. That's not quite it. Opponent probably should not attack also. Yeah, I kind of want to keep it on there. I also... Let's see if they have a response. No, let's force them to have the removal. They probably do. Though they are definitely digging for an actual spell now, which is why they're... Yeah, that's why they're pitching lands at this point. Also have to Deadly Dispute, actually sacking the Grifter. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They might just be waiting for me to go for it. In which case, I'm actually gonna just swing with Stalwart Valkyrie, or at least force them to. I'm gonna have to be very patient here. Graveyard Shift. Hold on. It's still in the attack. So when he returns this, each opponent sacrifices a creature, discards a card, and loses 4 life. But it's still attack phase, so... But I'm not going to attach an equipment. It's... Yeah, I kind of anticipate... So, but opponent is now digging for another piece of removal. Well, Mystic Sanctuary, they could just have the card draw. Power Word Kill would actually be probably the most obvious one here. No, they're going Graveyard Shift again. Tainted Indulgence draws that. Gets to pitch. They might have another Dusk Mangler to pitch. Nope, pitches a land. Fell Stinger, sack. Oh wow, nice. They get to sack that. Go down to 4. And they get to recast it. Pretty decent, I would say. Now we could have equipped both the hammer and... But now that we see our opponent's play sequence, opponent is digging for extra outs now. So we definitely don't want to just trade Bruno. We are willing to trade Season Hollowblade. In fact, this goes to hand. So we now have to hold the plate armor. Probably still... There is actually a very good chance for us to still lose though. But our opponent is on Desperado mode. Though they do get a lot of stuff to tutor, so that's another concern. Memorial to Glory gives us additional creatures. If it gets to that. I might actually pitch the 5/6. Okay, so I don't have to pitch anything. But our opponent is... Yeah, our opponent's willing to learn. Definitely not Mascot Exhibition. But no. Yeah, Necrotic Fumes. We'll play the Memorial to Glory. Hold up the plate armor still. Graveyard Shift gets Dreg Mangler again. Not. So we could... Because Necrotic Fumes kills whatever is not there. We do have the backup plan of the tokens, but that might not save us. Also see what exactly our opponent sack, because this is exile, so they will need another Dusk Mangler. I think no, that's their only Dusk Mangler. They might have another one in hand, which would be yeah, they had another one. Yep. They're kind of close. Kind of close, but not quite. Opponent. We really probably should have more removal. Well, do we want any more removal? An alternate plan would actually be to just go all in on forging the Tyrite Sword and cut some of the equipment. Like even the plate armor could, like some of the equipment could even be one-shotted. As one-offs. That you definitely want the Colossal Hammer as multiples because that's the ultra combo with Resolute Strike. But we do have other outs with some of the other cards. That said, we are gonna go Hollow Blade. Unfortunate that the Spike Field Hazard's not gonna snipe that one. It would have sniped the Healing Hawk though. Let's see. Opponent might as well. Oh we got ourselves another hollow blade. And what we could do is we could actually just pitch the Blade Master. Yeah. We could actually just cast this now instead. Yeah, we'll do that. Though now that I think of it, we probably should just pitch the other Hollow Blade instead, but green white, yeah, most of, if they have any removal, it'll probably be exile based anyway. Celestial Unicorn. Okay, so that's not it. We hit Bruner. Might as well cast that. Might as well cast this now. Even though we don't have the equipment yet, it's still a. It's still a beefy 5/4. Okay, opponent actually has red mana. For removal or for something? Civil Servant. That's one way to gain life. Oh, this might be. Yeah, this might be using some of the newer alchemy cards. A lot of them center around citizens. Okay, sure. Might as well play the other Windsguard Crag now. We have to also remember that we only have one white source right now, so if we draw plate armor, we will have to use Bruner to equip it. Sky Knight Legionnaire. Oh, this is a very interesting build. Brokers Initiate. I have no idea what's going on. We'll take. We got more Resolute Strikes there. Oh. Yep, there you go. Sometimes you don't need the equipment, sometimes you just need to deal enough damage that +2/+2 can do it. That was super weird, I must say. I feel like our opponent just threw the deck together. It does not make sense at all. I probably should replay that, see what it looks like. Anyway, that is actually close to the 40-minute mark. That's kind of more than enough time I want to give to this one. Probably could have just played the Soul Herder deck I played from last time. But there are gonna be some new additions, so I'm kind of actually waiting for those. So I decided to just go with one that is, well, kind of long overdue. In hindsight, probably want another rip apart, maybe some instant speed removal. There's actually now that I think of it, we don't have to play Cinderclasm. There's one that actually works with modified creatures. So we have Kami's Flare, 3 damage to creature, Planeswalker, which is what we're mostly doing. That said, I think we still want to rip apart. Destroy target artifact kind of still works. Flame Discharge is kind of good spot removal. Wait, no, it's not even for modified. It just costs 3 mana. The flip side, the downside is that it's what is it? 3 damage to. No, 2 damage to one target and 1 damage to. hold on, I should be able to find it. That said, we probably have many better options for removal also. Yeah, Seismic Wave, 2 damage to any target, 1 damage to each non-artifact creature target opponent controls. This would probably could replace the Cinder Classum, to be honest. It's like, if I'm going to... Now, this does have the flexibility, you can cast this on 2. But at that rate, I might prefer... That's fine, because like Flame Sweep, it only dodges the Stalwart, so not so great. Then there's Fiery Cannonade. We don't have any pirates. Many actual options there, but I think Seismic Wave would be a good option for Cinder Classum. We could just cut the Sigiri Shelter for more lands. The Memorial to Glory probably might be too slow, but it's nice to have as an option. Some more equipment. I considered adding Rabbit Battery. I just couldn't find it. I just couldn't find decent room for it, but it is a consideration there. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode of the Magic Arena Run. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, turn on notifications, and whatnot. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope to see you guys again next time. Take care, God bless, stay safe wherever you are. Have a great week, everyone. Take care.